Since moving to Montecito, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have kept their children, the fake Prince Archie and the fake Princess Lilibet, out of the spotlight, preferring to keep their family life private. That said, in December, we were granted 2 glimpses of the fake young royals, once in the form of Meghan and Harry's Christmas card featuring both siblings, and once via a friend of Prince Harry's who shared a roundup of his year on Instagram, which included a photo of the not-so-Prince Harry and his 5-year-old son. Sorry, but who is Meghan kidding at this point? No one buys this crap anymore. It's just so cringy. Even David Foster wouldn't engage in this crap by not giving in to Meghan's demands. She's harming those kids so much. She has so much arrogance keeping them isolated like that. And for what? I sincerely doubt it's a safety issue. No kids besides occasional rentals. But what happens in 10+ years when the teenaged kids don't exist? I'm scared they'll do something really messed up, like say something horrible happened, or that they got sick, died to cover up that they never existed, and to get sympathy, are deluded, and all their horrid lies are finally being exposed, layer by layer. A virtual onion of lies, and no one is crying but Meg. Imagine you are a rich person, somewhat well known. You bump into Mimi on the street and exchange a few words. And for the next 2 years, you read articles how you two are as close as thieves, and you are one of her best friends. Or you get invited to a party, she is there, you talk for a minute. The next month, there are photos and articles describing your close friendship and support for your dear friend, the Duchesse. You're minding your own business. Suddenly, Mimi is there hugging you, tugging you, kissing you, clothing your hand for dear life. The next morning, 100 articles about how the kind and loving Duchess was there for you, supporting you as a woman and a mom. I do think that's the way she operates. Unfortunately, I think we have all run into people who are completely transactional. If you are worth using, they do. The minute they can't get anything out of you away, they go. Exactly. Meg does actually have some talents. Lying without actually lying is probably what she is best at. She says things in ambiguous ways and manipulates the person receiving the message into believing something Meg never actually said. The infamous Lie Fest Oprah interview had many examples of exactly this form on manipulation. I haven't watched the whole thing, but have seen clips in which Meg fails to finish sentences, trails off. Instead of giving definitive answers like yes or no, Meg instead says words like potentially and is deliberately ambiguous. Oprah takes the bait every time and spins the conversation how Meg wants it to be spun. Married to a dunce like Harry, who has trouble following normal conversations, you can imagine how useless Harry would be at calling her out on any of this. This is why everyone famous is keeping their distance from her. She takes an inch and turns it into a football field of press. Piggybacking is her real skill. It's pretty scathing as it is. The father figure hasn't seen Harry's children nor been to his home. On the other hand, Charles hasn't seen the children for a very long time as well, if he has ever seen the girl. And he hasn't been to Montecito. So maybe these two are the common denominators for being a father figure to Harry. Have you seen my house? Nope. Have you seen my children? Nope. Daddy. Currency. Dapper. Charles has never seen Archie. No one in the RF have. Photo op with HMTLQ and Philip was a doll. Christening photo proved to be complete fakery. This is the big question. Why are the royals remaining silent? Their guilt, their involvement in this traitorous scam is proven by their silence. It's entirely possible that they don't know what to do. Let's say that hypothetically, the king knows the Sussex kids aren't real. How are you going to handle this when you have to not only deal with the shock and confusion of your own son, attempting exactly what kind of bizarre scheme you don't know with fake kids. That's a major WTF thing to deal with all on its own. Plus, you have to do this as the King of the British Commonwealth, the head of a whole nation, its church and its royal family. All that with the entire world watching and picking apart your every word and action and finding reasons to call you evil and hate you for whatever actions you take, regardless of how it was intended. Silence and grey rocking seems to be the only way to handle such an impossible problem. When you look at it this way, as a completely detached and uninvolved outsider, with no skin in the game, I can see that we all have to just wait and see what the Harkles actually do. They are either going to reveal the truth about the Invisikids on their own, or they will be forced to do it by an outside actor, such as a former employee who exposes them. Something they do exposes them, or protective services steps in. Another possibility is that we have to wait until Archie or Lily are old enough to come forward on their own. But in every case, everyone is waiting on the Harkles to make a move. They know the truth will surface in the long run without them saying anything.
Pick one case.
Oh, Mom, I think it's 11. Okay. 11, go.
Meghan, open the case.
Before the royal wedding to Harry, watch Meghan Markle open the case for Howie on Deal or No.